Wow!
I've been gaming since I could walk. You know how nowadays we have iPad kids? Well, back in the day, I was a DS kid. For all you Gen Alphas out there, this thing ran the most peak games known to man. I'm talking Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, Rhythm Heaven, and even Nintendogs.
Bubbles, you fucking bitch, lie down right now. Lie down!
Now, in my previous video, I mentioned how I was only given 2 hours of screen time on the weekends. And until I was 10, every single minute went to my DS Lite. But I was about to break that rule. Now, there exists this movie called Who Framed Roger Rabbit, which my dad had the not so bright idea of showing me and my siblings, who were all very young at the time. As a result, I was no longer able to sleep in my room by myself without having constant nightmares. I would constantly wake up my parents in the middle of the night, so they set up a makeshift bed in my sister's room and handed me my dad's iPhone to watch YouTube until I fell asleep. However, as I got older, I stopped having nightmares, which meant sleeping in my own room, and more importantly, no more iPhones. I literally had screen withdrawals because I had been going to bed watching early 2010 Smosh, which was like the gold scar of YouTube content. So I sneakily found an old iPhone 4 that was just collecting dust, charged it, and hid it under my bed. For the next couple of months, I got away with watching YouTube in bed without my parents noticing. When it came to entering my room, there's a 50-50 chance my parents knocked first, but more often than not, they just barged in. It was unlucky timing where one morning, my sister came in without me noticing, and I was very obviously watching YouTube on the iPhone. So that was the end of that. But this is the part of the story they still never knew about. As me and my sisters got older, we were given upgrades to our DSs, going from the DS Lite, then the DSi, then the 2DS. My parents never really kept track of where all these DSs went. I realized that instead of watching videos, I could just play games on my DS, which would be even more fun.
Lie down! Lay down!
I was able to keep my 2DS in my room without them realizing, so late at night I would be grinding the various Pokemon titles until I fell asleep. Over time, I began to subconsciously listen for footsteps my family made when they came upstairs as a cue to hide the DS. Funnily enough, I rarely got caught by my dad because his stomping was so damn loud. But my mom's footsteps were pretty quiet, which is why I needed to be extra careful. If I were to hear a suspicious noise near the door, the 2DS had a sleep switch that instantly killed the screen and audio. This DS literally looked like a piece of bread and a TI-84 calculator had a baby. And since the device was shaped like a flat piece of bread, I could flick the switch and shove it under my pillow in one swift motion. I was never caught. This lifestyle was sustainable until the latter half of high school, where a switch in priorities became glaringly evident. At a certain age, I began to value sleep more than anything else. But those late nights on Pokemon will never be forgotten. This video took a long time to make, so subscribe down below right now. Right now. Right now. Yes, right now. And I'll see y'all next video.